We're gonna make a layered dip. And we're excited about that because we're gonna be using corn chips to enjoy with that layered dip. So we've got some ground beef here, and now we've got some chopped onions. And I chopped those onions up small. So Mom's gonna start and just saute the onions a little bit first. She's gonna add that beef, and we're gonna give her some seasoning to add as she goes. We put a couple of onions in the pan with the olive oil that's there, and we just do a test onion. We're going to be adding a nice layer of cheese to this dip. So we're gonna have meat, we're gonna have a layer of cheese in the middle, and we're gonna have some cheese on top. And we're gonna use 2 types of cheese. Now this is a cream cheese for here, so it's super soft. So in this pan, we're gonna make a hot dip. And in this pan, it's gonna be a cold dip. So it gives you an opportunity to take the same ingredients and do this 2 different ways. We're gonna add a little bit of garlic powder. I added a little bit of cumin to that. So the next layer that we're gonna do in this is sort of a fresh layer. So I've got some beautiful yellow and some red peppers here. And I've got about a half a red pepper, and I'm using about 3/4 of a yellow pepper. So we're gonna put these into a bowl, and we're gonna be using those to sprinkle as a layer in our dip. We're gonna take our cream cheese out. And I know for my dip that's gonna go into the oven, I wanna use half this package. We're gonna add a few things into this cream cheese so that it gives it just some extra flavor. We're gonna put a little bit, so I put about 1/4 cup of the cilantro in the cream cheese. So we're gonna put some nice fresh cracked pepper and a little bit of salt. I'm gonna blend it just a bit. You can see here, I'm gonna soften that cream cheese up. So I'm taking the green onions and I'm slicing them in half. They're all thin sliced. So I'm also gonna give Mom a little bit of like a taco or a nacho seasoning that we have. And this is a sweet and spicy rub, and I absolutely love it. It's really good on raw meat and things, but we're gonna use this to add the extra flavor for our meat. So I'm gonna give Mom a bit of this. And I gave about 3 tablespoons. In the bottom of the pan, I'm just gonna put a little bit of olive oil, because in this particular one, we're gonna bake it. Depending on how much beef that you want, I like it nice, thick enough layer. We're gonna put some of that fresh cilantro and just a few of those nice fresh peppers.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna put a little layer of some diced green onion.
Looks good.
Let's put our layer of cream cheese. So we've got a layer of cream cheese across there. We've got some grated cheese that we're gonna top the top of this with. So there's your first dip. Look at the beautiful layers and the colors. That's gonna go into an oven around 375. And it's gonna bake for about 35 minutes. You just wanna see that it's bubbling through and that cheese is melted. Because remember, all the ingredients are ready to eat as is. I'm gonna cheat a little with the bottom layer of this particular dip. And this is, again, our cold version of a layered dip. This particular cheese is a whipped cheese. So we're gonna put a nice layer in the bottom. This is a company called Boursin. This particular one has garlic and fine herbs in it.
So good.
And we're just gonna put a little bit thinner layer of the beef in this. So right now, I'm taking some of those beautiful diced green onions. There we have it. Nice layer of the greenery and the herbs on there. And then what we have left here is we've got the rest of our peppers. We're gonna top this off with a beautiful layer of cheese. Start at the bottom with cheese and have the meat in the middle. And on the meat one that we're cooking, the meat's on the bottom. Look at the side of that. This is gonna be so delicious. And then of course, you're gonna serve it with some corn chips. These ones are called a scoop. Check this out. So when you can go in, you're gonna get a giant scoop of that dip. And then these ones, which I also really love, these are our whole grain ones. So they're just a flat corn chip, a small one. And I like serving with small chips so that way you get a good sized bite and everything in it.